playing some of her dumb. The one where they introduce. Yeah, I guess so. There might be a. I don't know. There might be. I've never played it. I've only like watched other people play it.
Okay.
So this is an experience for me as well.
Okay. I think I've heard people reference this game as being like the top game or something of all time.
Yeah. I bet the kid from your story who thinks Shadow could beat Mario in a fight, I bet he loves this game.
I don't think he's played this.
You think he's only played Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's what I would assume.
Dropped frames? What the heck?
It just says that all the time.
I've never seen that before.
I'm so beautiful that
that you're dropping frames.
The camera can't handle my resolution.
They make it all like red and scary too.
It's Lowry and Nova. How's it going? It's a childhood favorite of Lowry's.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna experience it ourselves pretty soon. So make sure it's actually popping up on stream.
Yeah, so it's
tiny?
It's pretty funny, yeah. It's really tiny in the corner. Oh, okay, that makes sense because you didn't like yeah, it's tiny in the top left corner. So I guess you have to tab out and like adjust the size of the
How's that?
I guess that's good.
You need like
I guess this is
sort
why
of
like
picture in the background.
Yeah, speedrunners have the like anime waifu that they put up on top of the webcam because there's so much extra space.
Yeah, I mean I can.
It's okay. We could just.
Fancy we are.
Yeah. This is one of the photos I took on when I went on vacation a couple times, I guess.
Let's do this! Let me show you my real power.
So is it regular on the screen now? It didn't just like get super big?
Yeah, it's regular. I know the controller doesn't work. Press enter on the keyboard.
File select.
And then like, yeah, just keep going until you find settings and then change it to controller. It's okay. Just hit enter a couple times.
It's not one of those games, Adam. This is like super old emulator.
There's no main menu.
No, they had that set up at the beginning, but I just assumed that it was working and it wasn't, so I have to restart it.
Okay.
I thought I said it correctly. I guess it was not correct. Let me see.
Big mega stoops.
Player gamepad.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
There we go.
That should be good. In theory. Hopefully it's still like saved and working. Screen okay? No.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, your the giant picture of the mountain like shows up when there isn't a game up.
But
yeah, it's working. It's
okay.
Working. I'm behind by a few seconds. There's nothing for me to report.
Alright. Oh, there is 2-player. There you go. 2-player battle. Let's go.
You fucked me up and.
Okay, let's do hero.
Yeah, the reason I say that he's probably never played this is because I didn't know.
He's not cool enough.
Well, it was like we were in the same elementary school, and he was the only other kid who played video games. So like, if I didn't know who Sonic the Hedgehog was, he never played the game, right? Because he was one of those kids who like I would go over his house. And then he would make me sit there and watch him play video games.
Wow, nice JPEG of the city.
Talk about low budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
He's so cool. He likes running better.
Why do you get a snowboard?
I think he just ripped it off from the side of the plane.
Oh. Because he likes running.
Yeah!
He likes snowboarding, I guess.
Yeah, I'm rolling around at the speed of sound. It's City Escape, man. Hang on. Can I turn the sound up?
Options.
We're getting some reports that the game audio is a bit loud. But I think you can counteract that by just jacking up, rolling around at the speed of sound.
Hang on. No, that's not. Do they not have, like, an option to, like,
It's a little disappointing, but yeah. Thanks.
Oh my god! I can't jack up the music and turn down the sound effects? The sound effects are way too loud. That's all they have. It's just these two options. Yeah.
Top Chat doesn't like the word fuck. Really? That I'm surprised that's enough for Top Chat. I don't see a fuck.
Let me, I'll turn the desktop audio down since it's too loud.
Well, Top Chat doesn't like you talking about Top Chat.
It's a shame that I have
Just
to listen
killed
to
all
like
those people.
90% explosions.
And the scraping.
Yeah.
How did people like this song? Like, how did people know that this song was good? Like, you
I
can't
think
even...
this emulation is just garbage.
Oh, okay. So the emulation decided to jack up the sound of scraping metal
Yeah.
and turn the music down to nothing. What the fuck?
Unless this was another setting that I had to fucking change in the beginning, do I have to turn it off and start again?
Oh my god. What? You're kidnapping a child?
I got a panda.
Okay. This is 100% the emulator's fault.
Oh, is that what chat says? Yeah, everything else except for the music is like super fucking loud. It's honestly appalling.
So settings takes you to like this new world with its own music.
This is like all you get in settings.
Okay, well maybe that'll fix it.
No. I changed it before, it didn't do anything.
Okay.
Oh man, now it's eerily quiet. Should I restart the game and see if there's sound settings I can find?
Sure. Unless you don't think you can get down that hill again.
I mean,
Are you a bad enough dude to snowboard down a street again?
very funny. Alright, let me see.
I've seen some
No,
difficulties with the
there's-
sound in this game with streamers trying to play it on modern hardware.
There's actually nothing for sound. There's no setting for sound whatsoever.
Don't worry.
Why? There isn't any sound. Sonic is known for the music, and now I have to listen to scraping.
Yeah, I can hear the music perfectly. This is just like the industrial remix of
Yeah, okay.
Sonic.
This is the
Music.
grinder metal version.
Yeah, the literal metal grinder metal. It's great. But yeah, that kid. I had no idea who Sonic the Hedgehog. Let alone who Shadow was.
It sounds horrible. I
Yeah, it
gotta
does.
say.
That makes it sound better. Crashing into stuff definitely improves
Okay.
the sound. You ever see what this city? This is like
Ooh,
a. Oh,
it did a
wow.
flip.
So this is like San Francisco. I've been to this city, and it do be like this. Like when you're like going up the hills or whatever, it's like kind of nutty that they built so much stuff on such unfriendly terrain.
Set me free.
You should jump
Trust
more.
me and you should escape. I'm trying.
Staying off the pavement is ideal.
Set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make you through. It's okay, we get the Trisha cover.
Yeah, perfect. So there's chows inside the robots that you're freeing by breaking the robots? But there's sometimes squirrels and things like that, right?
There we go. We got the grinding. Yeah, we get. Oh. What? Wow! I'm so fast!
I played this I played this so many times to collect stuff for my Chow Garden.
Chow gardens are fun. Set me free. Drink me everywhere. Escape from the city. I don't know where I'm going. Is there like a specific direction I'm supposed to go? Or am I just escaping the city? Oh, grinding? Let's go! Yes! What lies ahead only one way to find out. Chat saying anything interesting?
Oh, hey, Bizzle Bizzle. I need a black cat emote.
A black
Is
cat
there
emote?
not? I assumed that there was just like... That seems like pretty... normal. Yeah, there's a black cat.
Oh my god, the sound effects for everything are so loud.
Yeah. Lowry's got it too. That's a black cat.
Oh my god. Whoa.
What a beautiful sound.
Only the best as possible over the music.
They were like, yeah, let's turn down that music, you know? But then let's turn up that sweet metal grinder.
Oh fuck. No!
Why is this guy driving like this? This is most
This
inappropriate.
is Gun!
Gun?
That's the organization that's trying to capture them.
Oh.
It's like...
I just thought this was like a cool random trucker guy who just happens to be driving on the street.
Man, I gotta say, the whole running without seeing in front of you is not as good.
Cinematic, bro. Can you run faster?
I think all I can do is press down. And just hope that rings appear in front of me. Hey, go. Yeah! What I say to that?
It's very funny to me when you curse. Oh, Trisha? It's funny because I guess Trisha seems like someone who, like, wouldn't curse or something, but...
I don't know, if you watch my YouTube, I curse quite a bit.
I feel like you curse an appropriate amount. It's not like excessive.
It's just right. Whoa, hey. Oh, hey. I guess I just gotta wait for him to land. That's alright. No, that was wrong. That's bad? It's bad for me to hit him? I'm confused. I mean, that's what I was trying to do.
funny. I think we were playing D&D with some kind of like more like, I don't know, like peripheral friends, like people I guess that we didn't spend a ton of time with. And like Trisha's fairly quiet. But so, someone fucked over Trisha's character for like
Twice.
yeah, for like basically no gain. It was like they wanted I think they envisioned themselves.
They were like, I'm gonna play the cool double agent.
Yeah. They envisioned themselves as this like Machiavellian, like super secret agent. But they weren't, you know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, you know.
Sometimes there's no reason to be a double agent.
To be honest, okay, so sometimes people will be like, "Oh, you're trying to get us to do something stupid," and then I'll play along with it and be like, "Ooh, me!" Like I'll play innocent. What's actually happening is I'm putting out sometimes I'm putting out there's a bunch of reasons to tempt someone with doing something stupid. It's not just like some kind of malice, like I'm trying to like trick you or something. First of all, it reminds you that you have freedom of choice. You could do other things, right? You don't you're not like locked into doing a particular thing. Even if me as a DM, I haven't actually designed a scenario that has a lot of options. Like
What
I haven't.
the heck? Sometimes it just works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand.
Does he ever like?
I can't. I mean, I don't have any control of the lock on. I just
Is he
move
like
wherever it goes.
The thing I'm like watching very carefully, trying to figure it out. Does he ever dip his cockpit down? Is there like a time?
I mean, I've hit him when it's been up before.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. I don't know if there's a moment that you're supposed to be hitting him. I love the design of the mech, by the way.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's very basic, but I feel like not every mech needs to be like super, you know, extravagant to be really cool. I like the missile things on the side. Oh, like whatever that.
Yeah, I guess there.
Oh, there. Yeah, he's lowered. Oh, before he jumps. Okay, so when he's about to start flying is when you hit him, I guess. But you hit him a bunch of times randomly, so.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So anyway, you're giving people like you're reminding people they have choices. You're also giving people the opportunity to feel smart because you're giving them you're suggesting something really stupid that they know that they shouldn't do, and so they kind of. And then also you give people the opportunity to like be a good person, right? They can feel extra moral because they didn't do the thing that was theoretically tempting, but not really. Which might give them some kind of like personal gain.
Yeah, shit, it's the feds.
I'll start with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power. That's the Chaos Emerald.
No.
So that's a robot powered by the Chaos Emerald. That's all it can do. Seems kind of shitty. But anyway, we were playing a session and someone like.
You are already dead.
desert area.
Yeah, meanwhile. My God, they really did give her big boobs in the original.
Did she? Boobs were. Oh, those are boobs.
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen, idiot. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
Does D&D have catkin? Yay, I can be a cat boy.
Wild Ken. Let's just turn that all the way down.
It's concerning. You want to be a cat boy. I've heard of cat girls, but cat boy is like...
No good.
It's like a... That's like
I mean,
gamer boy bathwater. It's not...
It's like a very feminine feature to put on a guy.
Yeah.
So you just kind of assume he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing with this? Why did I pick it up? Ooga booga. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Can I turn the camera? Or is it just gonna... Oh, yeah, okay.
Of all the things to be able to glide, Knuckles wouldn't be the thing I would guess could glide. Climb,
I know,
sure.
right?
I could see climbing, right? But gliding is... I think they just gave him all the powers.
Oh, I can pull these. Got it.
I bet they were thinking that they were gonna have like 4 characters in whatever game they introduced him, and they were like, okay, he'll be the climbing character, then we'll have flying character, and a gliding character, and then they cut the gliding character, so like, yeah, give Knuckles the mechanic. We already did it. It's almost as if I'm gay or something. Says Nova, which I guess it all checks out.
Yeah, I just mean for like me personally, not attracted to cat boys, and I like boys, but it's too feminine to the point where it's like only gay guys would be into it, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That monitor is definitely like destroyed. They just left the TV monitor outdoors in a desert. No chance. Yeah, there's no way that screen has any color anymore. Yep, all white.
Beware the twin stars.
Just
So ominous.
any monitor you leave like in the sun will like lose color from the sunlight, just like stripping it away. Sometimes you see that with like TVs in the front of like video stores or whatever. They'll be very faded. I used to enjoy Fox Girls.
Like Holo the Wise Wolf.
So did you like turn gay? Smoke too much marijuanas?
Watch too much Pornhub. Yeah, did you guys hear that Pornhub is for gays now?
I still don't know the details of that.
I watched like a full video detailing it. It is kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Pornhub is involved in a lot more lawsuits than I thought they were.
There was super fascinating like they were putting out like hypnotism videos to
Hypnotize you into being gay?
into being trans.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And I thought that was kind of fascinating.
Huh.
It's like Michael Knowles doing some interview with some woman about it. I'm quite skeptical, I should say, but
Of course, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I believe that they're doing it. I just think he was hamming it up as being very, very dangerous or whatever. And maybe I guess it is.
I mean, it's malicious and it's
it's
creepy.
definitely malicious, yes. but like,
it's
and
worth
I don't.
saying
Maybe
no,
I'm susceptible to hypnotism. I do not know. It tends to be a trait.
Weak-willed people.
You know, the weak-willed is, I guess, one way to put it.
Or someone who believes in fucking literally anything you tell them.
It's being disagreeable or agreeable is like the technical term, to be less disparaging of people who can be hypnotized into cutting their cock off. But but
I don't understand actually, like, the difference between how a lot of people who try to add some logic to hypnotism, how they describe it. I don't understand the difference between that and just, like, convincing someone of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just talking to them normally.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, like, the science of it, but I know there is a difference. Because you can do different hypnotism that has apparently worked. It's like, or stopping someone's habits. It's like more effective than like some other methods. Like if someone's biting their nails, you can use hypnotism to get them to not bite their nails. I don't know. But I'm naturally very disagreeable, which isn't like it's not like a super good trait, but maybe it'll protect me from a cock chopping, hypnotizing ne'er-do-well one day. It's something that I try to like not do, is like be just naturally disagreeable, because like sometimes someone will say something and I'll just go and I'll kind of give it a yeah, but instead of just like because like, you know, just a natural conversational like thing is like, someone says something and you agree with it, you should just go right, you know, you should affirmation in some way that makes it like satisfying to the other person engaging in the conversation. It's like just a conversational skill I lack, but
Nope, stop. No. Gotta say,
hey,
not
pharmacist.
100% sure what I'm doing. Well, I found another skull thingy, which I still don't know what to do with.
Yeah, so I know there's a certain
There's a certain fantasy for turning straight men gay.
yeah. I was at my school. I was talking to this guy. He was cool or whatever. He was gay and he was very frustrated. He was very upset because the guy he was interested in. There's a term for them and I don't know what they're called. Maybe Nova can enlighten us. The guy didn't want to date him because he was only into seducing straight men, and he's never done it before. So it's like the most frustrating rejection is like,
sorry, I want to turn a straight guy gay instead of dating a gay guy.
It's like, that's the only thing that arouses me, and he's never done it and probably never will do it because it's not really like a thing that happens. And he was very upset. Was like,
he so upset that he started liking women? Because then it could go full circle.
If only he could get so mad that he turns straight, and then the guy was like, "Oh my god,
oh, man.
you like
now
ladies
I
now."
want to fuck you.
And then he's secretly into being gay, convincing gay guys to seduce
also
him
be gay.
seduce him thinking that he's a straight guy, and then it's all, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Then we've got this like crazy like Vampires the Masquerade tier like manipulation game going on in all the gay bars. Gay guys go there with their like female friends, pretending to be straight, and then they're just like picking up the the benders.
That's a thing.
I don't know. The guys only into. It's probably mine's probably better.
Man, I don't know what I'm doing in this level, I gotta say.
Oh, Lowry's dad underwent hypnosis to quit smoking. It worked, supposedly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, we've got some latest research from the chat. People into Catboys are not furries. A poll of 1 confirms this.
Well, if you say so. I'm not gonna argue with one guy.
This reminds me of the popsicle stick thing, but I don't want to... No one needs to know what I'm talking about. You're all better off.
You got it.
Yeah. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying before, I threw out some like kind of not like real genuine bait of like betraying the party. And this player, this girl like goes for it and fucks over Trisha's character and gets her killed.
Yeah.
And then like the thing is, I think she envisioned her character being this like Machiavellian like secret agent, you know? But she's not
And
smart enough.
she's just a psycho. Her character was nothing but a psycho. Through and through the whole thing.
I think she was always kind of a psycho, but she didn't like the aesthetic of being a psycho.
Yeah. See, but that just made her into a psycho.
Yeah, I don't know. She would... Because she was very upset with the idea of not being a good guy, but she would never do anything good.
Yeah.
Like, none of her character's decisions were ever, like, moral. And then...
Yeah, meanwhile, my character was super uber good, and then she gets him killed. Like, I literally created the nicest character ever.
Yeah. And then Trisha was like, what the fuck? And, I guess they'd never heard her curse before because they were all very alarmed.
Well, I was very, very angry. I was, like, standing up from the table
Yeah.
and pacing. Like, how could you do this to me?
There was that one guy who was kind of... there was that one guy who was kind of a soy boy who cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. But he was like, just calm down. It's just he was like actually scared Trisha was gonna like hurt somebody.
Bitch, I might have. How do I get this?
Can you wall jump like if you?
Oh, there we go.
We did it.
We did it, boys. First try, 0 deaths.
Try harder.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, KO World.
I tend to find
Ciao.
girls who are lesbians attractive. I think it's more that I like tomboys or girls who say bruh energy.
Bruh.
That's kind of cute.
Bruh. Dude. Epic. Oh, hey, look at them. Look at my eggs.
I find girls like that
My
kind of easy to be
kittens.
friends with.
I love them. I love them. Now you drown. Alright. Release. Oh, I see.
Practice still.
Hell yeah. I got fruit. Oh, no. not that. Pick up the fruit.
Welcome to the real game.
Oh. Okay, now you drown. Yeah, so this is the part of the game that people like to obsess over.
Mm-hmm.
You can raise Chow and then have them fight each other. And I can make
It was
them...
rough back in the day dealing with Pokemon. They had to do something.
There was a Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure 1 as well. It's just that you couldn't do nearly as much with them as you can do in this one.
It's definitely a cool it's a cool thing that they just make a pleasant area you can chill in.
Yeah, I like it.
I kind of enjoyed that with Code Vein. That they had a
Prison Island.
Naturally, the guy with the natural flying ability uses the plane.
He gets tired. They gotta show you that he's like really smart. He builds his own plane. This plane actually turns into a mech that he fights with.
Also, no, I think what Love to Draw means by he has an issue with that is that he runs into... Oh, yeah, he explained it. I just have to read chat to find out.
Alright.
Well,
Let's fucking go!
Love to Draw, there's good news. There's no such thing as lesbians.
You're going down, Eggman! It's smart guy versus smart guy. Let's go!
Oh, this is cool.
Tails. Over the course of a lot of Sonic games, Eggman becomes like kind of the second less bad guy baddie, and then Tails just dunks on him.
I don't know if you're familiar with that, like, that meme slash conventional wisdom that there's no such thing as bisexual guys and there's no such thing as lesbians. Yeah. What they mean, I guess, is that it's like
Super rare.
It's super rare, and like anecdotally, I have met guys who were said that they were bisexual, but they were just gay, and I was at a party one time, and this lesbian girl was having like an existential crisis because she wasn't a lesbian.
Oh yeah. Give me the stuff.
She was like, I don't remember what the like catalyst was, but she was like having some kind of like, she was like freaking out, like, oh, like, you know, people think that like lesbian, there's no such thing as lesbians, or like I'm not but I am a lesbian or whatever. And then this guy was like, well, calm down, have you ever taken a dick before? And then she's like, yeah.
Okay.
It was just like, she was like but she was, I don't know, she was like freaking out about it. I don't know why. She had some like, she like wanted to be lesbian, so she was like upset that.
Yeah, what is going on here? Why can't I do? Oh, there we go. Alright.
Oh, interesting.
Man, I'm a fucking monster in this mech. This is why Tails is the best character.
Yeah. Fair. It's crazy they invented like they just made a whole new game just for like another character, like, you know, playing your mech adventure game with all the Tails levels.
I wanna fly.
Have you ever seen the Sonic movie or OVA with Metal Sonic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Trisha has.
Yeah. It's quite fantastically animated. The story is meh. But very well animated. They have like the animated sequence was like at the beginning of Sonic CD, because the whole story of Sonic CD is that he's fighting Metal Sonic. And then they made the official animated movie OVA for that game, which was quite an investment to make an entire movie.
Shooting people in jail.
Hell yeah. They should know better than to be behind bars in front of me.
I don't know.
When you're in a very liberal area and you want to be super mega
That's right.
feminist, you don't want to...
Yeah, yeah, they were all super liberal. I guess that's part of it. She had Stormy Daniels as her, the priest at her wedding, whatever that's called.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Why would you have
Officiate.
a porn star?
Officiate the wedding. Well, because she fucked Trump and then complained about it, right? Something. So then she's.
You would think that she would be like the ultimate enemy for like fucking Trump.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, she still took his money.
I don't even know what the whole. I don't really know what the whole. I don't know or care what the situation is. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. Does Stormy Daniels officiate a lot of weddings? Maybe you could like find my my buddy online.
It's like, it sounds like bad voodoo.
Bad voodoo? Yeah.
It's like, hey, porn star.
No, definitely not.
Can you bless our marriage?
What do you like? I don't know. What do you like? Like years later, what was I don't know? Is someone gonna be like? Is anyone gonna know who that is, or are they gonna be like, well, who the fuck? Who is this in the wedding photo? It's like, oh, that's a porn star we had initiate our wedding, and it's like, what's wrong with you? It's like, oh, but he fucked this other guy. She
also
fucked.
trans.
Well, it's a priest. I I forget that you can have like female wedding officiators or whatever. Stormy Daniels officiates wedding. Maybe she does this like everybody's wedding. Donald Royce and Stormy Daniels wedding website.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, is this someone? Is this like she got married? Why is there a picture of Trump on her wedding page?
Because that's the only thing that made her famous. Oh man, Sonic's in jail. Amy, what are you doing here in jail?
No, I don't see anything. Just like her getting married and divorced, married and divorced. Ooh.
Did you?
So I'm just like, I'm getting to all the other person had that breakdown. There's so much other stuff that happened. There's people puking on like this. People got the night kind of sobered up once like someone puked and then it caused a chain reaction. Thank God it was all in the kitchen, right? No carpet involved. But
right. Easy cleanup.
Chain reaction of like 6 people all just vomited in sequence, like ding, 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 like combo down the line. And
that is so gross.
And then this other girl slapped the girl who was not like lesbian or having a crisis about being a lesbian, like slapped her so hard it sounded like wood was breaking. Like it was a really heavy slap.
What the heck? What the heck?
It's like me playing Sonic. I don't know what happened to you.
I don't know. I guess I have to press up. Otherwise it doesn't work? Yeah, I have to press up.
And then she was talking shit how she was gonna like beat the girl up.
Oh yeah.
And then like my friend's boyfriend was like if she could fucking stand. Because she was very, very extremely drunk. To the
Got
point
her.
of, like, not being able to, like...
Whoa.
She, like, couldn't go far from a wall. Like, she was, like... She was reliant on as many walls as possible to stand. And
What is-
then,
Yeah. Let me just do it nice and slow. Okay.
yeah.
There we go. Hey.
And then,
Oh, shoes. Oh. Oh. Okay.
and then someone found a...
Light shoes. What did it say to do? Light dash. Sweet.
Then someone found a remote to a device. That was in our cleanup after the party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's the worst types of people.
Yeah, and then this girl, like, had a new girlfriend, and she was like, yeah, she's allowed with permission to sleep with other people, and then all these, like, just, like, weird, I don't know, everyone was like,
What?
all these weird, desperate girls were trying to sleep with this girl's, like,
Let me just start from the beginning. Alright.
oh, thank God. They were all trying to, this, like, desperate girls were all trying to sleep with this other girl's, like, girl. It was very, I would say, low T move, but they very low T since they're women, so I don't know how to describe it now. I lack the vernacular. But it was just not very respectable, I suppose. It was very pathetic. Like, it's like, I think it's more respectable to buy an anime body pillow than try to sleep with your...
Oh, I already have it. Okay. I thought they would make me get it all over again.
And that's light dash. You, like, dash along the rings.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm the coolest. In fact, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. So cool.
I kind of have... You know, I feel like other people don't have as many stories about weird people.
Yeah, you have a lot, I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Because I'm thinking about it now, you know,
You've
I think...
met some of the craziest people.
I think maybe, yeah. No, there's like... Oh, speaking of weird people, Nova, you, have you ever had... I'm curious if this is like a common situation. Because it seems like now in the current political climate, it's like much better if you're like... If you're on the left, it's much better to be gay, right? So, a friend of mine who's gay...
Oh my god.
He had... Is that not... Do you have to bounce out the last... You had a few seconds, I thought.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay.
He had a boyfriend who wasn't gay. And he was... Oh, you had to get the speed thing. Oh, okay.
What? What the fuck was that? What was that? Did you see that?
I don't know!
What's wrong with this game? Oh my god. I guess it has to do with, like, how the physics are working against Sonic. It just, like, doesn't work.
Get the speed boost.
Whoa. There we go.
He's just gonna hold on to it into space?
Yes. He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Alright.
Here I go.
Anyway, as a consequence of not being gay, it was, Oh, he's just gone a certain height and then he's getting rings.
Oh, okay.
What happened? You stuck?
Hang on, here I am. Here I am, guys. I'm right here.
Anyway, he was not getting laid a lot in that relationship, and then it finally finally ended. They had like it's a pretty funny it was it was pretty funny how it ended. It was like he was frustrated from not having sex because the guy's, I don't know, not gay, right? And then the guy was like, ha ha ha, you're such a fag. And then he was like, you know what? Get the fuck out of my house. It was like this instant, like they were living
You
together.
can't use that word. You're not gay.
You're not gay. He was maintaining that he was bisexual, but he wasn't.
Aha, the memes.
It's better to be gay when you yeah, asterisk, when you agree with them. Yeah, but they're trying to fit in that like realm, right? So
Ouch.
I guess, do you have to hit him when he's not fiery?
There we go.
Oh, can you like parry off each other? Perfect. Yeah, just spam attack. You got it.
Fucking got him.
Too fast.
Yeah. Sorry. You might have missed me if you blinked. Because I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Chat's doing the confetti thing.
Nice. Surprised shadow face.
Hey, Chaos Smash. He says that your Sonic voice sounds like "Hello, fellow children."
Your
You know-
mouth is not moving, Sonic.
As it turns out, I think Mario could kill Sonic because all he had to do was jump on his head a bunch of times and he
That's
won.
true.
And really,
Shadow
Ooh.
didn't use any guns.
he didn't pull out any guns at all.
He just got fucked.
That's such a funny, like, for those of you who don't know the story, in like middle school or something, long after I hadn't really played a Mario game in a
Oh
long
man, like
time.
that shit didn't work.
This kid who I didn't really talk to anymore, he was very cringy. He was like, when I was in elementary school, he was the sort of kid who would, like, you'd go over his house and then he would make you watch him play video games. But he didn't want to play multiplayer games or anything.
He just wanted the company, but he didn't want to actually, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he came up to me and he was like, Shadow could kill Mario. And I was like he's like really in my face, like bragging about it. And completely unsolicited. I hadn't played a Mario game in, several years. I was not really into Mario because I was, it's like it was maybe like 7th grade or something. So it's kind of old at that point to be like talking about Mario and stuff. I feel like, I don't know. Especially because like when you're at that age, you're kind of in this weird like insecure phase where you're like everything childish, get out, and then you're you can't
What? Okay.
Like by the time you're in high school and then like a new Mario game comes out, I remember people were playing it and they were like, "Oh, this is neat." Okay.
Shortcuts, suckers.
The best shortcuts.
You
are
fucked.
the,
Whoa.
Oh, can you? I was looking at that. Can you like skate on that?
No, I think that's just death.
No, you just skated for a second.
I just don't trust it, babe.
Okay.
Okay, can the camera like stop?
And I didn't know who Shadow was. What Shadow was referring to. I think my first thought was like, is he talking about like the hand from Jackie Chan Adventures? And I was like, what if Mario just uses the talismans? And then,
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh fuck! No! Oh. Okay.
yeah, you're back in business.
Meant to do that?
Yeah, of course. Of course you did.
I'm Sonic. Of course I meant to do everything. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. I'm getting frustrated now.
Was the straight guy in the story pretending to be gay for woke points? I don't know. Because he was already, like, Latino, so... doesn't seem like he would need them.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
But, like... There's like that thing where, like, parents are like, would you jump off a bridge if your friends thought it was cool? It's like... I think a much better version of that is, would you get fucked in the ass?
If your friends thought it was cool. That's a more realistic version, I suppose.
The whole jump off a bridge thing is like not quite, you know, because like I feel like you tell that to a teenage boy, they'll be like, whoa, that's stupid. Like people, you know, they're like, yeah, maybe if there was like a bungee cord, maybe if there was water, it'd be fine. But it's like, you're gonna get fucked. Mm-hmm.
Being gay is cool now. Hmm?
I don't think it. I think.
Oh, come on. Why not? Why no worky? Why did I fall through floor? What is point of floor if you cannot land on floor? Alright, maybe I gotta go on this one. Oh, okay.
And that ring.
Oh my
chasing
god, the physics of this tube is so
Are
nerve-wracking.
you actually outrunning that ring? Oh, finally.
Whee! Bungee cord. Speaking of. Oh, jeez. It's like you're fighting with the game, honestly.
Oh, Chaos was asking if you could say something in your Sonic voice. He really likes it.
Chili dogs. Yeah, that got you.
My brother who works in IT/software says to put yourself down as bi and neurodivergent/ADHD or some autism adjacent thing if you want to get hired, fast track, get hired fast.
Hell yeah.
It's probably accurate. I was talking to a friend who's like in charge of hiring engineers, and I think this is as now that ESG's been like fucked up.
Well, not completely, but
No,
again,
not yeah. I know, but now that like it's a target for people, and now that like there's a lot of eyes on it, a lot of people are trying to like dismantle it. It will eventually get destroyed because like the will of humanity is that it die. And I think it will, but he was saying that he was trying to hire engineers, but he's banned from hiring white people or Asian people because he has too many. So, well, basically, and banned from hiring Latino isn't diverse enough. Like they need some black engineers, and there just aren't any. At least he has no applicants. So he has some like applicants he wants to hire. but he can't hire them. So like the thing they're gonna I think the thing they ended up doing was they expand the department, so they hire black people for just whatever, and then they get more total people in the department, so they can have more people to do the engineering, get some whiter Asian engineers or whatever, and then they just add more people to the department that don't do anything. They're called bullet sponges. Apparently.
The more you know.
And he was saying, like, if you just write it on your application, they can't, like, it would be, like, super illegal for them to say, like, no, you're not black, so... And the HR person isn't going to meet with you, right? They're just going to look at the application, so... You could, if you don't get the job, you could always reapply as a black lesbian and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. Is that the new thing? Are they going to start asking for your sexual orientation on your resume?
I mean, you could always write it. It's not like they... it's not like they give you a form to fill out.
What am I supposed to do here?
Wait for it to go back up or die? Oh, it goes back up.
Oh, there we go.
Huh. You did it.
All right.
I can respect that, by the way. Know that you would. He was saying he would. He'd quit if someone said that they hired him because he was gay.
Yeah.
I would feel like I certainly wouldn't respect the company.
Pumpkin Hill. This place feels haunted. They have Dannphan, the Master Emerald.
This is really like a Halloween law. What?
I guess so.
Is there just like?
Hey, I have the shovel claw. Nice.
Does that let you like dig like Minecraft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's... Oh. Okay. The camera's inverted.
Is that an actual ghost?
Fuck yeah. Killing ghost. Come here. Oh, shit. Fuck you.
Beat the shit out of that, like, small monkey.
Hell yeah.
Got what he deserved.
Fuck the pumpkin. Ooh, da, 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 da. Hoo, hoo. Stop looking at me like that. Ghost Train Mountain, huh? Alright.
Hey, by the way, we started watching, I think I mentioned this before, we started watching Gundam. I get why people, I get why it became a thing. Because it's like, it's pretty good.
It's decent. I imagine the remake might be more polished.
And you know what's fucking bonkers? You probably won't believe this if you're used to anime. There's not enough exposition. Can you fucking believe it? There's not enough exposition in this show. In an anime, they... Oh, I thought you were just gonna die.
I can ledge grab. Alright. But I can't really see well.
Jump and press B to dig on floors. Says Chaos Smash. He also says...
Well, it's also got a blink.
He also says he wants to hear your Sonic voices more. He thinks they sound very cool and relatable to the youth.
Hey, check it out. I found a dead bird.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a bird head?
I guess it's
Birdie.
a dead flicky. Alright.
Oh.
Whoop, whoop, oh,
Yeah, I think
okay.
I think
Alright.
probably Knuckles would be the best character for me because platforming, no good.
Mm.
but if you fuck up platform, you can just grab and then climb. So.
Whoop. Aw. Alright, it's getting yellow. Whoop. I found shoes. I found rings. Maybe it's up higher?
So what's your favorite line that Knuckles says?
Oh no. I don't know. Ugh. God, where is this thing?
Maybe it's at that like circular spot right there.
I've covered so many of these dead bird skulls. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
The train hurts me. Why was I trying to get the train running then?
My friend sent me a really funny message when the Christmas the Christmas sale is going on Steam, or the winter sale or whatever they call it. He sent me. It says, "I unfortunately have the kind of autism that doesn't help me with numbers or engineering, but just makes me like expensive video games." And then he sends me a picture of all of the Crusader Kings DLC.
Oh my goodness!
In the like all of it in like the bundle or whatever, and it's $300.
Understandable. Alrighty. Whoop. In a hut on the cliff. There's a lot of huts and cliffs, my dude. Oh. Alrighty. That's okay. I've got another dead skull.
Only think I can think of when I hear Gum Dum is It's a Gum Dum, the YouTuber.
Ah yes, it's a gum dum.
Is the YouTuber Gum or Gun?
Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Gundam fan. No. Ooh. Okay.
Was there already a Steam Winter Sale? Oh, you know, I guess there hasn't been one for this year. It must have been like the fall sale that he sent that to me. Because it was a little while ago, but it's just really funny. I think you put like some kind of like a reaction face or something with it.
Oh God.
Gun, sorry, I don't know how it's spelled. I doubted myself. I was just like, because you wrote it twice, I was like, this whole time has he been It's a Gum Dum? I was easily persuaded.
No.
Maybe I can be hypnotized, because I was hypnotized into thinking that It's a Gundam.
Oh yeah, that's hypnotism.
Well, no, I think it just shows there's an Abrams tank just on top of the hill. A spooky Abrams tank.
Yeah. It's so hard to tell like where I'm leaping towards when the camera is like this. I gotta say.
My favorite Gundam quote, or my favorite Knuckles quote, I didn't see. I'm in live chat. I should be able to see. Oh. I like it when Knuckles says it's gonna be a Sonic Adventure 2. Like
Yeah.
TOO.
Unfortunately, he could not hold up 2 fingers because he's wearing boxing gloves.
He's got a thumb though.
Fucking god damn it, I hate this camera so much. This is the worst.
Man. Pharmacists' DMC rankings is straight snaking.
Not a straight snaking.
Straight snaking over here.
Aw, man.
Just
Ghost Train Mountain. Cool.
what if you're
Now I get it.
such What if you're such a psychopath that you're like, no, I can't get S ranks. I need it to say dab 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 dab. So you like need to get D rank, A rank, B rank, D rank, A rank, B
That would
rank.
be more impressive.
I think so. Or if you just wanted it to say sad over and over again. Sad, 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 sad. So like some missions you're like, no, this is a D rank mission. I will never learn this mission. I will never be good at it. It must be D so that it can say sad.
Yes. There you go.
Because you need to have S rank in there to show that you can do it. Or maybe like F. Yeah. So like SAF.
It's like I get it to blink yellow, but then I can't find any. So I don't know what to do, man.
I moderate a channel of a guy who used to be a tanker for the Abrams. My grandfather was a tanker for, I don't know, Korea or something. My grandfather, my dad's side, my grandfather on my mom's side was in World War II. In the Navy for like 6 months, right at the end. It's kind of shocking how there's still like a decent amount of World War II vets around.
Hmm.
He's in like a home now, and I was there visiting, and like he made a friend, and I was like kind of sparking conversation between the two, and I saw he had on the back of his hand he had a naval, like a ship's, like a Age of Sail wheel for a ship on the back of his hand. I was like, oh, were you, what's that tattoo? Are you in the Navy? And he's like, yes, I was. You know, says how many years he was, and et cetera.
Man. And then I have to, like, find these underground fucking emerald pieces.
Tankers are cool. It definitely is the coolest, like, term. You know? It's like, what do you do in the Navy? It's like, or what do you do in the Army? It's like, or military, I guess. And it's like, I'm a pianist. It's like, no good. Tanker, though, quite cool.
Yes. I cut the hair in the army. Oh.
Important job. It's got to get done.
Yeah.
I think the funny thing, like, the cheapest haircut possible.
Oh god. This is... I don't like this at all. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright. See what we got? Anything? Oh god. Alright. Over here. Can I go through there? I guess not.
If you're like a...
Okay.
If you're like a guy who... Not bad.
Planar.
A planar.
Someone was saying what we should call comic creators are comicers. Where do you
My
stand
dad
on that?
insists that people who make soap are soapers.
Along swimmingly.
Yeah.
What? Can you grab onto the fucking ledge? My god.
It's like...
This level sucks dick.
It's like when I'm like...
This level uses Pornhub.
Say is not like... Yeah,
Yeah. I was saying before, comic creator was like too much of a mouthful, and that, like, you know, in Japan they kind of got the right idea with the mangaka. Sorry.
Hello, is that a wacky puppy?
It's also kind of
Hi.
like kamikaze,
Come
but
here.
with kamikaze, huh?
Come here.
Huh?
Turkey.
It'll
Come
catch
here.
on.
Yeah. Who's your puppy? It's a
I hate this
turkey
level.
puppy.
I don't know where to go, how to go. I hate this level. This level's a big stinky.
Mm.
I will pay someone to play this. I am stuck. All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, all right. Sweet.
Tanker is not the coolest term. That would be nuke. Like a nuker. I remember elementalists in Guild Wars were called
Don't know what
nukers.
happened there. All right.
People were like,
Still haven't found any emerald shards.
if you said you were an Ellie,
Uh-huh.
people would be like, all right, maybe well, yeah, sure, if we can't find anything else. But then if I was like, I'm a nuker, you're like, oh my god, a nuker? Fantastic. And they would be like, that's so much better. Scientist, nor do I play one on TV.
It's probably because the internet in New Jersey sucks.
They're only nukes, according to my dad, but what does he know? He was only one nuke. Takes massive shits. What exactly does a nuke do? New unicorn Korean
That train is
Enoch.
floating on air. Ah, yeah, that's true.
umbrella ketosis euthanasia.
What are you talking about?
Trying to figure out what a nuke is in the military.
Ah, yes.
Narcan. Urchin.
I can't find this. Help
Krusty
me.
Krab. Eucalyptus.
Like, how much dig do I gotta do?
Oh, they operate the nuclear reactors on subs. Or in his case, if you want to tell people what your job is, you typically want them to be impressed by your job, right? I feel like you should say, I'm a nuclear engineer,
Yeah, there you go.
instead of, I'm a nuke.
I am the
I
nuke.
am a nuke.
Fucking God.
Or be like, I'm the Incredible Hulk. I work with radiation and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You like that, babe?
Adam, question for you. Right, from a writing magic perspective, do you think someone with alchemist powers and shifts things from one metal to another could turn something into wood?
Okay.
It depends, like, kind of what, like, sort of, like, logically, sure, you could figure out how to get there, but, it depends, like, kind of, depends on what kind of feel the character is supposed to be, like, going for, and, like, how in their lane they have to be. Like, if you have a, like, let's say you have an adventuring party, or you have multiple characters at least, if you have someone who's a druid, then no, right? So, someone who could have a power that would overlap with that, then with like Horizon Quest, but like a big kind of litmus test that I have when I'm like doing especially fantasy, but like writing in general, is like
Fucking.
like a test I run in my head is imagining if I was running it as a scenario, and try to see a situation. It's something to keep in mind is like, if all the characters were players, is there a situation? Because if someone likes that character and they sort of identify with the character, if the character doesn't get to do things or like is shown to be sort of superfluous, people might not enjoy that section. Not that that's like, it's not a perfect test, obviously, because like there's certainly scenarios where it's like, and your other players would be bored. But that's totally fine to do like a chapter where someone's scouting and then they find something cool, And you could even run that for D&D and like have, assuming that your players aren't like super unbearable. Like I want to do things zoom. Oh, nice. Assuming the players aren't like super. I don't know. Like not patient at all, then like they could be having plenty of fun. Especially, that's a great situation. Just like, will the powers feel too strong? Will the reader start to think like, oh, well, they're just making stuff up so they can do everything? Like, so Magneto can shoot lightning if he doesn't have any metal. That is someone's idea from like electromagnetism. They're like, okay, so lightning, electro, whatever. Is that a good idea? Lightning. So like, would someone look at the alchemy similar to wood because they're made out of proteins? Maybe. You turn one protein into another protein, like one metal into another metal.
Yeah.
But turning a corpse into a chair feels like a wooden chair. Feels like. I guess functionally, you could, if you need firewood, you could. I'm thinking of like Full Metal Alchemist alchemy rather than like potion alchemy.
Where is church? Is that church? I think that's church.
Error. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. Current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds. Note that.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. It's gotta be somewhere on this mountain. Now the question is where?
Hi. Hello. What did Marshall say? No, because wood is a living thing. Fair, I guess. Is that your way of requesting more scratches?
There's a big portion of area in which this thing will blink red.
Gets a hand. Okay, so minor antagonist rushes in, grapples. Why don't you just look up if there's flammable metal? Probably, right? There's got to be some kind of metal that's. Could easily just. Or does he need like a team combo moment where they like beat him up together? If they're allies, like if they're good guys, it makes sense. But since they're enemies, you don't really need teamwork. Because like the good guys working together shows like character growth. But I don't know if people could. Depends on kind of what you need, I guess.
My lovely chow eggs are getting some exercise. You know I can make these evil by throwing them?
Yeah. You gonna make him evil?
Should I make them evil? I'll let you decide, Adam.
I don't care.
You get to decide how we raise our chows together.
I gotta tell you, I don't give a fuck.
There are chows. Is it your baby, Adam?
Trisha is an actual goose. Laying eggs. Oh, buddy. Oh, you got your spot.
Oh, hello. I can't hear anything you're saying, Eggman.
Whoa. You're so pretty.
Greatest empire of all time.
It's the Death Egg. Next. Blown up. Rotated the other way so you can't see the blown up part. Solid. Solid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Look, half of the moon is gone.
Eggman! Oh, that creep never gives up.
But how did he manage to harness all that energy?
Yeah, that's the
Sketchy drawer, I applaud you on spelling rouge correctly. I feel like every time I write rogue, or every time I write rouge, I like write rogue, and then I'm like, delete,
Rogue
delete.
is a cooler character.
It's also like a class. It's just more common that I would type that.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Got it. Really? That was me too.
Mission.
So if you can turn lead into gold, I guess the rule that's following is that it's metal into another metal. It's like the lowest metal to the highest metal. What if you go real OP and have him transmute magic into other magic
Oh.
instead of metal into other metal? Also, the problem with him turning the sword into mercury is that he's going to instantly give himself horrible mercury poisoning by having mercury all over his hand. But, you know.
There's a way for me to, like, hover, right? But I would assume it would just be, like, pressing A twice, but it's not.
Hold on, A.
Nothing.
Let's just jump and press every other button. Triggers?
Yeah, nothing. Maybe it's an ability that I'm supposed to pick up somewhere so that I can hover?
Are you guys enjoying dog?
I can just imagine Tails after this being like, and I didn't even use 10%. I thought I could only do that with Sonic because he has the shoes. But there were rings there. So,
Sorry, did I stop my petting and you're like, oh, mom, you stop, you must keep on pet. Oh, petty, petty, petty. Oh, petty, 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 petty. Oh, petty, petty. Oh, oh, is it? What did you do? Stream is a bit pixelated, so it looks like petting a rug. Well, he is kind of a rug.
only kind of.
He's very soft. He looks like a shaggy rug, though.
Nope, I can't light dash. Alright, I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. So I guess this is a good spot to end the stream.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something wrong with like the quality. I don't know how to fix it.
It's probably that warning message we got at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, it always gives you that though.
I don't think it does. But it doesn't tell me what I can do to stop it. It just like, it gives me a warning and then it's like, okay, we're not going to help you though.
What are you trying to do, Googie? He's trying to get comfortable and his paws are slipping and sliding on the material.
My stream quality is good, except I dropped so many frames over the last 2 minutes.
Wait a second. Say you dropped 41% of frames over for the last 2
Yeah,
minutes?
but my stream quality is good.
Or maybe it's fine now, but it was 40% of the frames were missing.
That's,
so that's
pretty absurd.
Well, if we're running at 60 FPS, that would just be 20 FPS. But we're running at not 60 FPS on the stream, I don't think.
Maybe it's because Sonic Adventure 2 just requires too much.
It's so technically
It's
intensive.
so powerful. The power of chili dogs.
You do look like a fat rug. He's not that fat, but he does look pretty fat from this angle. I look pretty fat from this angle too, so I can't say much.
Oh, Gergie.
It was bad 20 minutes ago. Okay.
Alright, well, we'll just have the rest of stream be chillin' then. Yeah. So, how's everyone doing? What would you like to talk about for the last however many minutes of the stream? Yeah.
Puppy.
We got Dog Cam back.
Hi, Mr. Doggles. Who's your puppy? Who's your puppy?
Chat saying anything?
Oh,
Chat man.
they are, yeah. That's okay. Chilling is great.
Chili dogs. That's all I got. I'm hesitant to talk about the Pornhub stuff because I feel like that is the ultimate sinnage. And we can't afford to sin too much on the stream, especially right at the end.
Yeah. No, it doesn't like haunt me, but yeah. I don't want to leave people with like a bad taste in their mouth.
Right. Well, it's not just the converting straight men that's the problem on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm. Cocky choppy?
No, not just that.
Oh.
It involves children.
Oh wow. You had to go and say it. You had to go and take a big shit on everybody's birthday cake.
I
huh?
didn't specify exactly.
You just. Yeah, I mean, there's not a, you know, I gotta say, there's not a lot of variety in content. Maybe there is. I know a big meme that everyone kept on posting was like, some like the German team destroyed like some South American team in some game, and everyone kept on posting screenshots of the game, but hosted on Pornhub, and then the video title was like German men destroy like Brazilian boys or whatever. And it's just like, you know, it's just like them like being beaten in like a soccer game, and like everybody kept on like posting it, and then it was like funny because then like the Pornhub Twitter was like, please stop posting clips of Germany versus Brazil, and like I don't know if it was Brazil, I don't remember the countries involved, but it was pretty funny. I'm sure that's something that happens every single time there's like a soccer like game that like goes really well. Like people like post it and then screenshot and send it to their friends. It's kind of a funny thing to do. But,
Right.
yeah. Change of subject. Answer my question. What do you think of the name Sayers?
Sayers?
Like stairs without a T?
Like Sears, but with an air?
So I think it kind of looks cool. And I think if someone's reading it off a page, it's probably fine. Here's the issue, though. People are going to read that as stairs because
It's too close. Right?
Yeah, you really read the first, like, 2 letters and the last 2 letters of a word first. And then, like, you read the whole word, but you read the first 2 and the last 2 very quickly, and then you go to the next word. And then, like, in past tense, you'll remember the rest of the word. So you'll read through, be like, go back, and then correct it. And so you're breaking up the flow of the reader going through. So because
we are technically seeing the whole page all at once. It's just our focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it is you're not totally breaking the rule because the first two letters are different. It's SA, not ST, but it's still probably gonna trip people up. So
Yeah. You want to talk about some of the manhwa you've been reading? I was
Oh, yeah.
mentioning it before on like the Friday stream that you've been checking out a bunch of
Yeah.
Mito stuff you've been
So-
enjoying.
So I was thinking, like, I don't read enough, I think. It's like, I have, like, a weird attitude with, like, reading, where I'll read a page, it'll be really good, and then I'll close the book and want to, like, think about how good that page was. And I'll just, like, sit and meditate on, like, you know, the thing, and then I'll, like, you know, read several lines that were really good, like, over again. So it takes me a long time to get through a book if it's, like, good. If it's bad, it's very quick, I just don't read it. But so I want to like make myself more voracious to read more and more. I at some point I read a few too many things in a row that were like massive like bummers, and then I just kind of like fell off of reading. And then I just like haven't. It's been a long time since I've like really voraciously like torn through book after book. I don't know. I still read obviously, but it's not like I used to. And I was thinking what I would do is like try to give myself like a paradigm shift. Like start instead of going on social media when I wake up, because I like to put my phone in my face. So like if I have messages from like friends that have accumulated before I've woken up, I'll like go and respond to all those, and like then that's like something to read and like look at in blue light, and I wake up. But then I was thinking, like, why don't I, like, read some manga? So, like, for a while I was reading, something. It was, like, the Dungeon Meshi thing. Is like,
Yes, Delicious in Dungeon.
yeah, Delicious in Dungeon. It's not bad, but it's got a ton of information on every page. It's so wordy. And I don't really give a fuck that much, you know. I'm not really in it for the food, and so I'm like, no, I'm lost. You know what I mean?
I usually like glance over at the recipes. The idea behind the recipes is you could actually use the recipes, but substitute the meat for something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I like it. I think it's good, but I find myself not super interested in it. So I was like. I had a couple different manga, but then my phone didn't update, so I lost all my tabs. So it's like, so now I don't even remember what the other two that I had. But like I wasn't super compelled by them. But then I saw like, I think it was like on Instagram or something. They like push manhwa. So there was something with barbarian in the title, and I was like, okay, yeah. So I'm writing a barbarian character, so I was like, well, I'll just like immerse myself in like seeing barbarians do stuff. Mm-hmm. So. It was surviving the game as a barbarian, which is pretty good. I think there's like a fuckload of manhwas that are like there's like 3 archetypes that seem to be everything, and there's like guy is born into like a rich family that goes by this like aesthetic of like 1600s, 1700s Germany, where they have like the like Cinderella, exactly that style. They have the shoulder tassels and stuff, like Prussian whatever, like some Prussian like royal family, and then he reincarnates and he's really good at sword fighting and he gets a pet dragon, and that's like
Of course.
that's like a huge portion. And then there's the isekais where they're reborn in a fantasy world, which I actually don't see that many. But then there's
a lot of those.
but not Korean ones. It's like a
Sure.
more Japanese thing.
I guess.
The
There's
massive
a lot of those on like webtoons and tapas.
yeah, like this one he gets sucked into the game or whatever, which is like even less common. Then there's the massive quantity of solo leveling archetype. I know solo leveling. There's other stuff before it and everything. I'm not an expert, but it's essentially portals opened up and destroyed stuff, and now there's rankers, which are like the A, B, C, like S rank if you're really good at Devil May Cry and you get special powers. Those are like they're guilds of those guys, and they have politics, so they fight each other, and they,
Fucking notifications on your phone gonna drive me insane.
I'm sorry.
It's just like the most subtle popping noise. It doesn't sound like a notification at all. It just sounds
It's
like...
not my fault. It's Chaos Smash. He did it.
Yeah. Way to go, Chaos.
They're talking about... I have to figure out how to, like, limit the notifications on that. I've just been, like, I don't know. I've just been, like, looking at the Gilded whenever it goes... But...
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I was talking to John the other day. I just, like, muted my phone. Hi.
That's a comfy doggo.
Are you a comfy doggo?
Anyway,
it's
sorry.
also the pharmacist. Throwing him under the train, the plane, and the automobile, too.
Go ahead and continue your talk about the Korean webcomics.
Yeah, so there's a fuck ton of those, like, the portal's open. Now we make shit tons of money by being, like, adventurers. Yeah. There's a lot of, like... There's a lot of, like, weird tropes that I've seen pop up over and over again. The pet dragon thing is, like... It's almost like whenever they're in that... Specifically that one thing where they're, like, Prussian royal family and they reincarnate as a swordsman or whatever.
Off the check marks.
There's always a pet dragon involved. Like, there's always, like... Sometimes it's not swordsmanship. There's one that I'm reading where he's, like, magic or whatever. He does spells and stuff. And there's like 90% of like the comic is like, oh my god, I can't believe he's so powerful. Like almost like every chapter they're like talking about like, oh my god, I can't believe it still. Which is, it's an important element, but it's just like, it's a lot of it. There's a lot of there's a lot of like weird ones. Money. There's a lot of insecurity about, like, money.
Like, yeah, I get that.
Like, the oftentimes the problem characters will have is that they're in debt, and then, like, they show the character's bank account pretty frequently, which is, like, odd, but they show the bank account, and they, like, talk about how much money they have and, like, how much money they spend. Which is, like, it makes sense to do, but it's just, I've seen it enough times to be like, maybe this is, like, something unique to, like, Korean stuff, because they're, like, kind of focused on money. I know, like, I'm a big cultural expert, but, with Gangnam Style, what that song is supposed to be is, like, a critique of really rich people in, like, the capital city in Korea that live in, like, a particular neighborhood.
Oh.
And it's Gangnam is, like, the Gangnam or whatever. Not related to Gundam, apparently. Apparently they make a lot of money. My experience with super rich Koreans is, they seem to have a lot of money in Korea. Or there's at least a portion of super rich Koreans that, like, really flaunt their wealth. To a degree that's, like, pretty obnoxious. It's pretty funny from my perspective, because I'm not, like... My experience with, like, Koreans at my college, they were so insular to the point where, like, they would not, like, talk to you. Like, it just, like, they would, like, super in their own clique. Like, really clique.
Peasants.
Yeah. Like, to the point of it being a totally different, like, social thing. There was this girl who was, like, super shy, like, super uncomfortable, super scared of me. And I was like, oh, I have a high voice and I'm not threatening, it's okay. She was like, is it okay if, like, there's, I don't know, she wanted, like, some question or something. But then I saw her meet someone new that was Korean, and, like, he's introducing herself, and she's, like, fine. She's not, like, super outgoing, but she's, like, normal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is strange, but, no. But yeah, no, there was a couple, like, pretty funny, like, people, like, John would sometimes point out some of the things that Korean people were wearing, which was, like, pretty ostentatious. This one guy he had a really dumpy looking sweatshirt. It was like a gray sweatshirt, and then it says on the sweatshirt "fucking rich," but it's spelled out in gold bars that have been, like, glued to the front of the sweatshirt, like very crudely glued actual gold bars, like, not, like, as thick as, like, a gold bullion, but, like, it's bars of, like, thick, like, gold, like, glued with, it seems to be hot glue to the front of the shirt. It just spells out "fucking rich" in English, and it was pretty.
That's so fucking weird.
It was really funny because that's probably like several $1,000s. Like it's probably like $30,000 worth of like gold on the front of his sweatshirt, just like glued there, and it's like, okay.
What are you gonna do with all these gold bars I just bought you, honey? Don't worry about it, Mom. I got it covered.
The worst part is I bet that came from a store. Like, I don't think he did that himself.
Oh, man.
And like, yeah, I don't know. There's just like, people had other stories. Like, you'd have to be more informed on like things that are expensive to like get them. I didn't understand them. There's something, I don't know, some story someone was telling about some guy like messing up his shoes or something. That was the first time I was introduced to like what Balenciaga was, because people were talking about they were wearing Balenciaga things, and I was like,
yeah, expensive, shitty, pedophilic stuff.
Well, you didn't have to. You could have just said ball worshipping. You didn't have to. You didn't have to go that far, but yeah.
Yeah, there's like this recent story of like a Christian defacing this satanic statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think his quote, like, because he got in trouble for it.
7 lives for my country.
Yeah, his quote was something like, doing God's work or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Exact words.
There's I don't know if anyone's familiar with the story of Atoya Yamaguchi, but he assassinated this rising communist political candidate in Japan by stabbing him with a tanto, like the small katana thing.
It's like in the middle. Never let evil take root.
And then, yeah, I think that was his quote about it, like when he was questioned by the police or something. And then in his prison cell, he committed seppuku.
Right.
Like someone gave him a knife or something. Someone smuggled it in or something, and then he committed seppuku, and he wrote on the wall in his own blood, 7 lives for my country, before he died.
Oh my god.
What a fucking
Dude was
badass.
fucking metal.
Imagine he's like, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with all my decisions. Cuts open his stomach, pulls out blood from his like stomach, writes this, and then is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll pull my intestines out or something. I don't know. Do you just disembowel yourself after that? You're like Dead Rising finisher, like.
You see, I always thought like the seppuku thing was when you were dishonored, you had to do that. No, you just do
It's
it.
an honorable way of killing yourself. So
Okay.
if you have been dishonored, you can gain your honor back by doing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because if you're already dishonored, there's no redeeming yourself. Why would you impale yourself in the stomach? And, like, I mean,
So he does this with the understanding that they are going to kill him, and that it's more honorable to go out that way.
yeah, it's an old
Yeah.
samurai warrior's death rather than be executed. So like I think in like Western tradition they would like cut off your head to be like painless and quick. But then in the more Eastern traditions, it's like you can get a warrior's death, so you could by killing yourself, it's a warrior's death. So there's like honor in it rather than being executed.
I just didn't know if they were like planning to give him the death penalty or just life in prison or something.
He was never charged or like I mean he's in jail, right? But he never got so far that he was like in court or anything.
Gotcha.
So I think that's another political thing, because then the country never has to condemn him. So then people don't have this like opinion of like, oh well, he did something that's against the law, or it's like you remove that. I think so it's partially that. Speaking of stab yourself in the stomach, there's a kind of entertaining story of like this French maitre d', I guess, or like a party organizer,
Yes.
party planner. He's like famous for his really good parties, and then he organizes a party, or like the prince of the country shows up randomly, and he's like, oh my god, it has to be really perfect. And then they like burn the fish, and this gets messed up, and he's like, excuse me. And he walks into a hallway, pulls out a dagger, and stabs himself in the stomach and chest like 40 times.
Oh my god.
And it's like, you know, sometimes people have this like suicide temper, like, oh, they didn't mean it, or like, you know, like, oh, they had this regret like after they jumped or whatever. Like he was positive.
It was multiple times. So
I've never ordered from a restaurant with as much conviction as that guy killed himself. This guy was like completely sure. Or he was murdered, because that's a lot of
it's
times to stab yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Now I'm starting to get a
It's
little
almost
suspicious.
It is a little suspicious, you know? Maybe someone was
had it
like,
out from,
someone was like, you know what? My soup is cold. Sir,
it's time to die.
my name is Inigo Montoya. Or something French, right? It was like, my name is Pierre Lefleur. And you
You
fucked
fucking
up my
organized.
goose. You cooked my goose poorly. Prepare to die. And then stabbed him a million times with his left hand.
Yes. That's how that goes. Confirmed.
Gurgi's with us. Hey, Quantum Weasel. You just missed a discussion on ball worship. Hey, Gurgi. You want to wave to the stream? You're such a docile puppy. Yeah.
It is kind of crazy that Satanism is just kind of allowed.
Because I think there's a large percentage of Satanists that's just like...
Just like the aesthetics and aren't actually Satanists.
Oh, I would say that's like vast majority. It's
Yeah.
like people who like metal and they're like, yeah, this is cool.
They're fine.
And then there's
It's
like...
the other people.
Then there's
that
like,
are,
the
very
second...
serious about it.
The second largest group, which does overlap, is people who are just very atheist and they want to be cooler than wearing a fedora, and so they like have devil horns or something. But then you have people that are like actual goddamn like Guy de Rais, like real psycho, fucked up. They actually just are like, yeah, this is, I like evil things, and this is you know.
Yes. My life was bad, therefore I'm gonna just do the opposite of everything in the Bible because I blame God for my misfortune.
Yeah. There's also a shit ton of people that just like don't understand theology at all, or like a lot of the stuff. Coming from someone who's like, yeah, probably. I guess if I was like really the I would say I'm atheist, right? Like I don't, you know. I think though, like, I think a lot of it is like just not. I think like a lot of people, and myself included, had a like sort of disdain for like Catholicism or Christianity or whatever. That isn't really warranted. Like I feel like a lot of people would refute a lot of the stuff that I would have an issue with, but some stuff still stays. Like I don't really like sort of the more attitudes that are very like self-flagellating, like we're all sinners and stuff. I'm not like a super fan of, but there's a lot of stuff that's like not really. There's like addendums and stuff that like the Catholic Church made that like, because there's different eras of like the Catholic Church and what they believed, and so like post 1600 is where like everybody is upset with the Catholic Church, but then like pre that everything's like fine. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like a period in the middle where they're like optimal and like the most most people would agree with all their stuff, but
Yeah. Also kind of just grew up around a generation that was generally all criticizing like Christianity and the Catholic Church. So, you know, you just kind of put in that mind space.
there's also like
to
a
move away
massive
from it.
portion of stupid people criticizing evolution who are like ostensibly like Christian, and so you have this like widely uninformed crowd criticizing Christianity and a widely uninformed crowd criticizing like just like standard like random science things that like aren't really like, and they don't conflict at all with like Christianity. It's like the Big Bang, for instance, was theorized by a Catholic priest. So it's like, but then I'll see these like posts on like, well, on Instagram where it's like, you know, science stupid, the big boom, whatever. But it's like, that's Catholicism, which is Christianity. I mean, the Catholics are definitely Christian, right? You could, you know, Mormons and stuff. It's like,
not sure about the multiple wives thing.
It seems a little, you know. But then, like, Catholic is like super mainline. Even if like there's a lot of people that are Protestant, especially in like the U.S., like whatever other denomination, like, it seems kind of goofy to be like that's science. I mean, it is now, but the original theory was a Catholic theory, and then like. Again, like the Pope was like, God is not a magician on the subject of like evolution, so he's like, I don't know, but like it doesn't really matter because like
Right, that's fair.
you literally can't argue against like God just said was like snapped his fingers and then made evolution start working.
Yeah, well, like in the Bible, they don't specify what he did to create everything. He just said, and then he created this, and then he created that.
Yeah. And then like the timelines too is like another thing that we're like, I don't know, where someone will, I don't know, I just see these like memes of like Christian memes of people like critiquing like the number of years and stuff that like the Earth has been around, and it's like this all seems like very petty and stupid. Like it seems like the inverse fedora tipping shit. It's like it just seems like such a, I don't know, distraction. Like it just seems like such a waste of time to give a fuck. Like,
Sure.
I don't know. So.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Chat saying anything interesting?
I gotta like wash my hands before I
Okay.
have an allergic reaction.
Right, because you were petting Gergs. And he is allergic to dogs. But Gergie's fine because he doesn't shed. Just gotta wash your hands afterwards.
But anyway, I've been avoiding social media in the mornings, or at all. I basically like check my notifications if someone's trying to like respond to a post or something, and then I'll still post stuff occasionally. But I've just stayed off Instagram because I feel like, I don't know, it's not a ton of point to it. And it like you can't post on Instagram without looking at your feed.
Instagram is kind of a shitty platform.
So it's like, you know. So I'd rather just stay off of Instagram rather than like mindlessly
Mindlessly scrolling forever and ever.
I appreciated the capybara meme. Made me smile. I'm glad. I stole it from someone else. I even...
That's what a true meme poster does.
Yeah,
always stealing memes.
Someone posted it in a Gilded server that I'm in, and I replied with the hippity hoppity, your memes are now my property, with like the frog with the gun, and
Yes.
I stole it from him.
That's
right
what you
there.
gotta do.
Just hippity hoppity, motherfucker. Speaking as Christian, the Christian hate boner for evolution astounds and annoys me. Yeah, I feel like it's almost like as a friend of mine would say, it's a psyop. Because it weakens their position. Because it's like, yeah, I think like I've always had a really like strong moral compass and known like what I should do and like what is right, and like I've had a high standard for like what is right and what's wrong. And so I was always like, I took great offense to people saying that I would do bad things if I didn't follow the 10 Commandments. But I didn't realize how retarded and evil people were. So I didn't realize how important it was for everybody else to have the Ten Commandments intact. But now I do. I get it. I could see how a country should probably be built on like some principles.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I think the total erosion of all morality is it's not good.
It's good to have at least a base to start on.
Generally, like Western values, I think are good. I think like some culmination of like Western, like Christian and like pagan values kind of together sort of lead you to good outcomes. And you can see that in like superheroes, because like superheroes are essentially a combination of like pagan and Christian morality. And so like as the Christian morality gets scrubbed out of like comics, the superheroes start doing things and people are like really like weirded out or upset by them.
Yeah.
And they don't make any sense anymore because they're not balanced out by the other thing, because they're kind of still keeping some of the pagan things, but they're really scrubbing away the Christian. So now it starts to become like sort of crazy. Like the example that I heard was I forget who it was, but there's like some pagan hero, I think it might have been a Greek character. He kills somebody, and then after he kills them, he drags them by the foot through the town, and everybody cheers, and it's like a dead corpse, and he's like swinging it around like, ah ha ha, I win, right? But like, imagine if fucking Superman did that. That's like not good.
Yeah,
right? It needs to be like, but still, like the righteous slaying of a villain is still something that we all like like emphatically, like it feels right to us. So it's like that needs to be like tempered by like some amount of, you know.
Right. And I also feel like going too hard on the forgiveness aspect of Christian, I mean, I guess social justice warriors do it too, but that is also kind of sometimes the wrong direction. Sometimes people don't exactly shouldn't be exactly converted to the good side, because it doesn't make any logical sense.
I really enjoyed the general like message in the Northman, where they treat revenge as a good guy thing. It's like he has to keep his oath, he has to go through with the revenge, he can't just like, you know, let bygones be bygones, because this guy will eventually hunt him down and hunt down his family, so he like goes and like finishes it. I thought that was quite cool. I was impressed. So
Yeah.
anyway, I've been how big is the screen on that notebook? It's not that big. It's there's like a fisheye effect on the camera. It makes my legs look fucking massive, but they're not. It makes the laptop look massive, but it's not that big. Like, I don't know if you know how big the screen on this is, but it
not
looks
huge.
It looks like a 17-inch, but it's not. Like, this is like a regular size laptop's like 15 or something, but it looks like a huge laptop.
This is 1 foot.
So
That's a ruler.
yeah, it's 15.
15 inch.
Which is like a normal laptop size. It's like that. Or even on the small side, I guess. Compared to like a 15-inch or something. Does it give you nominee feet? Yeah. Yeah, I would bet so. Yeah. Just big flippers. Big absolute stompers. My god. And it's only that game too, because in the second game, definitely she didn't have feet like that. I'm so sure. And then
I guess we'll find out when we get to the second game, huh?
And then she's in like some other cutscenes and some other things. Like she doesn't have big fucking absolute flippers like kicking the shit out of people.
Are you thinking you just want to skip Kingdom Hearts 1 and go straight to 2?
Yeah, I'll finish 1 eventually, but like I don't know. I guess there's a Maleficent boss fight. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll finish it at some point.
Yeah.
I also want to finish Hunter the Reckoning too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even though it's like such a bullet sponge game?
Oh yeah. That game's hard. That game is like, yeah. The thing that stresses me out about it, right, is like Trisha died like 7 times in that one boss fight. Those lives are like through the whole game. Like you get more or less depending on how you do. So we could get to a boss which is just like we have to die like 5 times to win.
Well, I don't know,
And then
because
it's
when it's a 2-player thing.
We shared the lives.
Oh, we shared
Yeah,
the
you were
lives.
using up my lives.
Okay.
It's okay. I still love you. But I feel like we're gonna get to we're gonna get to like some like super hard shit, and I'm just gonna be thinking about that hallway of free experience of all the gargoyles, and I'll just be like, we can't beat this because we didn't go down that hallway.
What hallway?
There was like a little fenced in area in the first level that had like gargoyle after gargoyle down this like path, and then there was an item at the end.
Oh.
And I'm just thinking like, man, what was that? Are we missing out on lots of power because we didn't do that? But then the other part of me is like, I don't have the will to beat that again. Can you like, is there drop in, drop out co-op? Like, can you like leave and then join? Like if we're fighting the teddy bear, for instance, and there's nothing you can do because he's so much faster than everybody but the Asian chick with the pistols, could you drop out and like evade the teddy bear and just have me fight it alone because I'm so much faster?
I think more than likely they'll just have to go to the main menu to take off the character.
I don't even know if that's... I don't know if you can take them off at all because you... I don't know. Dan just got here working the midnight shift tonight. Well, welcome, Never. You know what? That's how I'll end the stream. We'll show Never my G Fuel. It's special G Fuel. It's like a...
Only the best stuff.
It's over there, okay.
It's very exciting.
No, but it's like not... It's not just the... There's a... They give you like a... I bet it looks interesting on the camera. It doesn't look interesting in real life, but I bet on the camera it'll look wild. So they give you a little black light, and so you can.
Ooh.
Oh, it doesn't. You can't even. Is it?
You gotta turn that light off over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking about it, Gergie? You thinking about it? Yeah. Get out of here, punk. Anyway.
It's like, that's my couch.
It just looks like a regular light.
No, I mean, you can kind of see that it's glowing.
So it like makes it glow or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a much stronger black light.
That just looked like a flashlight now.
They take it far away. No, it doesn't really work at all. Yeah, in person I can kind of see it, but it looks like shit. But anyway, the stars and the letters are photo. What is it called? Like UV reactive, so they glow when you put a light on them. Oh, and this turns purple. Oh no, but this is it's a purple light. So okay, well, that's that's the exciting. But I thought it was so funny. They give you a black light in the...
they want you to experience how fun it is.
Yeah, they're
the
like...
packaging probably costs them a good bit. If you're going to splurge on the packaging, you better give them a black light so they can appreciate it.
I know why they did this, though, because they have all these streamer sponsors, right? Mm-hmm. And then they put it in the background of their video.
Oh, yeah,
but all the
so
streamers...
it'll be more reflective in the background.
Yeah, all the streamers have those purple lights.
Right.
So I would bet that's because they're trying to get it to look cool in the background of the streamers.
That's interesting. That's a good point.
So, I don't know. So they're like, please, streamer, look at the glowy thing.
Look at it glow.
Yeah, but it's like not... It doesn't glow... It doesn't glow nearly as much as like...
Oh, boy.
This.
That's not a glowy one.
It is. Isn't it? You can see it like, if I do that, kind of. Oh well, here's the real light. Yeah. You can't.
It becomes a sun.
You can't really tell super much. It just now it's blinding.
Ah, the sun.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Now you can see it's obviously not a real like a normal
Ah,
light
yeah.
because like on the other side it's just regular, but then on
Well,
the
yeah.
it's like it's yeah.
It's radioactive.
Yeah. So that's a much more UV reactive than the shitty G Fuel tin. In person, the stars kind of they look nice, but
Well, there you have it, folks. So I guess we'll call it a night for now. Yeah.
we're just catching up on. I have some mugs that are heat reactive straight from Japan. Ooh. Adam has the Simpsons spent uranium rod. It does glow like quite a bit, doesn't it? Oh, this is broken, but this is also UV reactive. This is one of those fidget cubes. I sent somebody a fidget cube when they ordered from the thing, the website.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that glows like crazy. In person, it doesn't really look that bright, but it looks brighter than the. There's like another half of the cube, but yeah, and then you turn it around.
It's the kryptonite.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's my collection of things that glow more than G Fuel. So, oh God, what if the powder itself glows?
I don't think you'd want to have it if it glowed, right?
Okay.
What if they just put an
We're good.
isotope in the powder?
No, it's not UV reactive. The there's a plastic thing in there, and that's what's like catching. It's like when you have like white polyester in a room with a black light, like your socks always get really bright.
Man, as soon as you open it, it's like poof,
You
in the
smell
whole room. Yeah, you can
the
just
energy.
smell the G Fuel.
Anyway,
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us for another fun stream. Let us know what you want to see us play next time on Game Fans.
yeah. I on the subject of like cool glowy things, heat reactive is cool. Also like cold reactive. Well, like it's the same thing, but you know what I mean. Like with the ice cream spoons that change when you like.
Yeah.
You like you put it in and that changes
Those are
color,
nice.
and then you like you eat the ice cream or whatever, and the spoon changes back, and you're like ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a shirt that like in UV reactive it would change color in UV light. So I got it on vacation someplace sunny, and then like when I went outside, the color would be on the shirt, and then when I went inside, the color would eventually disappear and turn to a white shirt.
Oh, that's really cool. Nice.
And then you know what happened?
What happened?
My mom spilled like something on it, and it melted the shirt.
Oh my god.
Like she spilled like bleach or something, and it like disintegrated this huge chunk of the shirt. And
Oh
then
wow.
my mom was like, "I'm sorry. I'm just
Sorry,
I'm gonna throw this out." I was like, "Yeah, it's okay."
babe.
Didn't really fit me so well anyway. So
Oh man, you gotta get one of those. Do you ever see those shirts that are like completely waterproof?
I've seen like suits that are like that.
Yeah, and they're just like pour it on there and it's all like deflected off. Not a bad thing to have.
Uncleanable material, you're saying?
Well, you dry
You
clean
power
it.
wash it. You take it outside to clean it off. All right.
Yeah, there's this one like YouTuber who like saw one of those shirts on like Instagram and like bought it like as a joke for the video to see if it actually worked. And then when it actually did work, he's like, "Oh my god, you seen this shit?" He was like so excited. And then he came to the same conclusion as you did, where it's like, how am I gonna watch this?
It's just so I know like some of that stuff is a coating that gets sprayed onto it. Because I know like Metatron was saying that when he was in his military service, they expected him to spray his coat with this waterproof stuff every once in a while to keep it waterproof. And I got a surplus Austrian like trench coat or whatever, and it was super waterproof when I first got it, and it's still fairly waterproof, but you've seen it, like it soaks up water. So I think in certain areas the water has washed away the coating, and like I need to get whatever super toxic military spray they use in order to be waterproof. So.
Yeah, well, hopefully it wasn't that, because he filled one of the pockets with water and then drank through it with a straw.
Yeah, that's not an intelligent decision. But,
he saw someone on Instagram do it. So he
Yeah,
was like, yeah, I should do that.
Instagram is usually where I go for my my poison ingestion information.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks so much for hanging out, guys. If you want to keep on hanging out, I'll be on Gilded. And I guess the happy sentiment to end on is I've managed to stay off of social media and increase the amount I read by starting my day with a bunch of manhua.
Yes.
And I'm greatly enjoying quite a few of them. They have, and I think I said before, they have some like kind of funny tropes that show up again and again. One of them is that there will be these random Korean people that are like blonde hair, blue eyed, and like their parents will be blonde hair and blue eyed, like super blonde, super blue, and every single person involved will have a Korean name, and they'll just be like, yeah, I'm Korean, 100%.
No.
And yeah, that's my usual reaction is like, I don't
know about that.
know if that seems suspicious.
Yeah.
But like
unless,
there's this
unless the entire family just decided to get blue-eyed contacts and dye their hair blonde.
but that's
all at the same
that's
time.
the thing though, is that's actually like a trend in Korea.
Yeah.
Where like I was watching some streamer play some game, and he was a Korean game, so someone was trolling him by like there was song request with points, but he set the points to the wrong thing. He set it to 10 instead of 100, and so he song requested like 100 songs with his like 1,000 points to troll the guy, and so it was just constantly doing more. It was just always he put just like endless streams of K-pop, and so like in the songs there's like sections where like one person will do a solo, and they'll do the solo with blue contacts in and blonde hair and be like zoomed in like I'm so cool, I'm like whatever.
Right.
And then there's that whole thing with like eye tape. I don't know if you know about that. It's like a thing you put like in the corner, like it hooks in a little bit, and it's like whatever, and it'll change the shape of your eye to make you look Caucasian. And they'll wear that as like normal makeup.
Oh my.
And like
Oh dear.
yeah, like
I guess because they're. Yeah.
because like my brother was hanging out with some of his girlfriend's friends.
Kirky is getting very upset with us for not letting him out.
And then they would be like, oh, I'm gonna take my makeup off or whatever. And then like part of her daily makeup she wears every day is she puts an eye tape to change the shape of her eye to make it less like
Oh my.
Asian.
Yeah.
Which is that's a little
much.
extreme, I
Yeah.
would say. Flattering, I suppose, but
Yeah.
a little out there. I would
Yeah.
little
I agree.
fascinating, but it feels very cyberpunk. I gotta say, like that's more cyberpunk, I think, than breast implants.
No, there was the one like white guy who got all those surgeries to try to look like
the K-pop guy. Yeah.
That was pretty cyberpunk. I know. I
don't know. When it's more extreme, it feels less cyberpunk than something really
Alarm.
casual. I don't know. Anyway, let's end the stream. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Happy sentiment to end on is I don't know. I'm record low of depression. I'm like feeling good generally, and it's anyway. I will catch you guys next time. If you want to hang out, we're on Gilded, and